Every culture has its heroes, figures who really embody a nation's spirit. But some legends, they're more than just stories. They're foundational myths that explain a people's past and, really, their will to survive. Today, we're going to dive into one of Southeast Asia's most powerful legends, the story of Saint Gióng, a hero who rises from total silence to save an entire nation.
So how is a national hero forged? Is it through some divine power, or just incredible strength? Or maybe something else entirely? Well, the legend of Saint Gióng suggests the answer is a mix of the miraculous, the historical, and the deeply, deeply symbolic.
In the Vietnamese spiritual world, Saint Gióng isn't just any hero. He is one of the Tu But Tu, the Four Immortals. And these aren't just characters in a story. They are four beings who represent the core hopes of the Vietnamese people, and they are still revered to this day. All right, so who are these four figures, and where exactly does Saint Gióng fit in? You see, each immortal represents a core aspiration of the nation, a response to a really fundamental challenge of life.
What's so fascinating is just how practical these roles are. Thanh Vien is all about the struggle against floods. Chu Dong Tu embodies the hope for wealth and happiness. Mo Liao Haint governs the spiritual side of things. And our hero, Thanh Gióng, he stands for one thing above all else, that unyielding spirit of defending the homeland against invaders. To really understand this legend, we need to decode its three core symbols. And the first one, well, it's the hero himself. See, Saint Gióng isn't some prince or celestial being sent from the heavens. He draws his power directly from the people.
His origin story is just extraordinary. He has this miraculous birth, sure, but then for 3 whole years, he's completely inert. Doesn't speak, doesn't laugh, doesn't even sit up. He only speaks when the nation itself is in danger. And get this, when he finally asks to fight, he doesn't just magically grow. No, the entire village has to pool its resources, all its rice, all its food to feed him. It's their collective effort that turns this silent boy into a towering giant.
So the crucial point is this. Saint Gióng embodies the idea of national unity. His strength is literally the strength of his community, just given form. He's the people's champion, rising up from among them and powered by them. The second symbol. This is where another layer of the story is revealed. When the silent boy finally speaks, his first words aren't just a promise to fight. They're a very specific demand for advanced weaponry. And this little detail? It's no accident. It's a direct reflection of a massive historical leap forward.
He doesn't ask for a magical sword or a divine bow. Nope. He asks for an iron horse, an iron whip, and iron armor. Now, in the context of the story's setting, during the Hong Vong dynasty, this would have been the absolute cutting edge of military tech.
And this is just a brilliant illustration of that link between myth and history. The legend of a fire-breathing iron horse isn't just a fantasy. It's like a folk memory of Vietnam's transition into the Iron Age. The story basically encodes the historical reality that technological advancement, the ability to forge better weapons, was absolutely key for national defense.
Okay, this brings us to the climax of the battle, and our third and final symbol. Gióng, powered by the people, armed with the latest tech, charges into the enemy ranks. Victory seems certain, but then, crisis.
Right in the heat of the fight, his ultimate weapon, that iron whip, it shatters. The most advanced tool of the era has failed him.
Just think about that for a second. The invaders are still coming, your best weapon is gone, what do? Giong's response right here is what truly cements his status as a legendary symbol of Vietnamese identity.
He doesn't retreat. He doesn't wait for a new weapon. He just reaches down and rips up clumps of bamboo that are growing by the roadside and keeps on fighting. Legend even says the bamboo he used was scorched yellow by his iron horse's fire, giving birth to a unique local species called Tree Dung Ah.
And that right there is the core message. When technology fails, you use the land itself. You use what you have. This single action symbolizes that deep resilience, that resourcefulness, and the unbreakable connection between the Vietnamese people and their homeland.
So, you've got a hero born from the people, armed with progress and rooted in the land. These powerful symbols explain exactly why the story of Saint Gióng isn't just some relic of the past, but a truly living legend.
So let's break it down one more time. We have the 3 core elements. Saint Gióng himself, he represents the power of unity. The iron weapons, they symbolize strength through progress and innovation.
And the bamboo? That's the unbreakable resilience and the will to fight with everything you've got. Together, they form this powerful blueprint for a national identity.
And what happens after the invaders are defeated? Does Gióng stick around for a parade or a reward? Nope. He rides his horse up a mountain, takes off his armor, and ascends directly to the heavens. His duty was to the nation, and once it was done, he was gone, a truly selfless hero.
But his presence is still felt everywhere. His journey is literally mapped across the landscape in place names. The annual Gióng Festival, which was recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage, reenacts his epic battle. He remains a foundational story, a cultural touchstone for courage and patriotism in Vietnam to this day.
And this brings us to a final thought. Saint Gióng is a hero forged from the people, from technology, and from the land itself. It really leaves you wondering, what foundational heroes from your own culture are more than just a story? What historical truths and cultural values are they hiding?